we're losing 100 billion with Mexico. We're losing anywhere from 25 to 50 billion with Canada. You know, even though Canada likes to say we have no deficit, they're smart in saying that. They have a sheet out that it's $98.2 billion, okay? Their sheet. But they don't show us that sheet. That's meant for other reasons. But they showed $98.2 billion. We're working on a deal with Canada. We'll see if it's good. If it's a good deal for us, if it's good for them, I want it to be good for everybody. But we cannot continue to get ripped off like we've been ripped off before. Our farmers are very important to me. Our farmers, and you're great patriots. Honestly, you're really great American patriots, and it takes a little time. But China wasn't letting you in for peanuts. And the European Union has been very, very tough on you. They have barriers. They have trade barriers. They sell us, but we aren't allowed to go in there. I said, we can't do that. And if you're going to do that, we're going to tax your cars, because that's very easy. And that's the biggest money. The cars, it's all about the cars. That's the biggest money. And they're all pouring cars into our country, and we essentially don't tax them. It's 2.5%, but for the most part, they don't pay. You know, why should they pay? Why should they pay the U.S.? They're not used to paying the U.S. Now they're paying. But it's only 2.5%. And with them, number one, they don't take our cars. And number two, if they do, their tariff is many, many times the amount that they pay us. So we tax the cars. And as soon as they say that, they all say, okay, we'll make a deal. So every time I have a problem with any of these, you know, many of these countries that we're talking about, especially the big car countries, I just say, okay, look, we can't make those deals. That's okay. I'm going to put a 20% tax on your cars. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll agree. We'll agree. I mean, actually, in some countries, including Canada, a tax on cars would be the ruination of the country. That's how big it is. It would be the ruination of the country. Now, they've taken advantage of us for many decades. We can't let this happen anymore. We have a country to run. You know the expression, we have a company to run. Well, we have a country to run. And when I get these horrible trade deals, these are one-sided horrible deals. I think NAFTA, I mean, a lot of people forget, but I think NAFTA has been the worst trade deal ever. I actually think World Trade Organization was probably the worst of all. But a lot of people don't know what that is. But that allowed China to become this great economic power. And I'm a big fan of President Xi, but I told him, I said, we have to be fair. We can't let China take out $500 billion a year out of the United States and rebuild itself. We have some of these countries, they're considered growing economies. They're considered nations that are not mature yet, so we are paying them subsidies. The whole thing is crazy. You know, like India, like China, like others, we say, oh, they're growing, I see. So I want to be put down in that category because we're growing too. We're going to grow faster than anything. And you know, they call them developing nations. Well, we're a developing nation too. Okay, we are. As far as I'm concerned, we're a developing nation. They call themselves developing nations, and under that category, they get subsidies. We have to pay them money. The whole thing is crazy. But we're going to stop it. We're going to stop it. We have stopped it.